Hey, what's happening, YouTube? I'm the Mac of the Gamer Realm. Hope you guys are doing okay. I am under quarantine as we speak for 2 weeks, hopefully longer. Wanted to go ahead and discuss with you guys about, well, I can't mention it by name in case if something were to happen in regards towards YouTube and demonetization. But you already know what we're discussing. Go ahead and go in the simplest terms, the virus. The sickness, the illness that is corrupting our world as we speak. Hope you guys are able to gather up your resources as best as you can possible. Because I am under quarantine, I will still allow myself to go ahead and stream for you guys on a daily basis as best as I can to my ability, as well as upload to YouTube. But pretty much I basically got taken out of work for 2 weeks. And who knows how long after that. Pretty much I want to let you guys know a step-by-step process. I am not a doctor, nor am I a professional in regards to this, but my best advice is to go ahead and spread out what I can to my knowledge. So pretty much what you want to do is make sure that you guys do gather up on towards your resources. You're talking about your non-perishables. So your non-perishables, basically you could have are peanut butter, you could have ramen soup, you could have canned fruit, canned vegetables, you can also have pretty much Kool-Aid works too. Anything that's in a powder-like substance you can gather up on towards flour, sugar, salt, anything that you basically could think of it like that. You could stock up on chips, you could stock up on Gatorade, and yes, water. Toilet paper seems to end up having itself be a little bit of a limited resource, as you guys could tell. But it's not a major resource because you could also use other paper-like products to improvise in regards towards other uses for facility-wise. And make sure that you guys also stay within contact of people who are sick, that you guys keep it to a very bare minimum. If anything, you can contact them via phone. If you want to call them, you can text them, stuff like that. But don't go into direct contact with these kind of people, because then that spreads the sickness. You also don't want to end up allowing yourself to be put yourself into a difficult situation as to being prone to this sickness, allowing yourself to be exposed and spread the sickness around. This sickness allows itself to be dormant for 2 weeks and incubate itself within your system. And then it allows you to spread out the sickness, whether it be from cough or sneeze or physical touch. It is not airborne, but nonetheless, it can still be contacted person through person. And then there's also those cases that may end up being transferable throughout animals. I'm not too sure, but feel free to go ahead and look more into it. As I say, I'm not a professional, but I do know a little bit about what they're talking about in regards towards this. At the same time, make sure that you know, the elderly seem to be the most effective in regards towards this pandemic. And pretty much you want to make sure that you guys are helping out your elderly. The elderly that are 65 and older ended up getting isolated out, so they are basically confined within their homes. So make sure that you guys are out there lending out a helping hand, whatever you can. And pretty much you want to make sure that you guys also just keep in contact with your families, and keep in contact with your friends if you want to. And make sure that you guys are staying safe. Most important thing, wash your hands. That is your most important thing right now, is to wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. How do you wash your hands? Well, pretty much you want to go ahead and wash your hands for 30 seconds. It's the equivalent of singing happy birthday. You can feel free to go ahead and sing happy birthday if you want to during this process. But it is for 30 seconds that you do wash your hands, that you cleanse it very, very well. Hand sanitizer is also a good resource as well. Clorox wipes are a good resource to use as well. So then that way you can have those resources available to you to go ahead and cleanse out your house and as well your surrounding areas within a radius of about, I want to say 10 feet So figure yourself within a 10-foot wide bubble. You want to make sure that everything within that walking space is cleaned out. And as well, feel free to go ahead and use your elbows or your feet. I'm not going to lift up my feet, but but yes, you can handshake with your feet with people and stuff like that. You know, as long as you're not hugging people or kissing people or actual physical hand contact with people, that you basically allow yourself to not spread the sickness out. There's many people that have died. I want to say that this sickness is not deadly, but unfortunately it is, and many have died from it. Not to say that people can't be cured from this. They're working on a cure as we speak, but at the same time, it will take a lot of time. Some people have actually surpassed over it with a high immune system, and that's good, but even with people with a high immune system, it's still not that possible to basically surpass the effects of it, you know. And pretty much, as I say, you guys, this is a respiratory illness, and at the same time, it's a virus. So antibiotics will not work with this thing, but you could do daily activities to go ahead and prevent it. Thus, you can clean, you can remain yourself in quarantine for a while to stop the spread of the sickness, and at the same time, you can go ahead and, you know, take your daily vitamins and minerals and all of that stuff there to go ahead and prevent that. You could do daily workouts and stuff like that, get your boost on your immune system, drink orange juice, or whatever else have you that you can to try and prevent any means of a common cold that could possibly transition into this or make it worse. So, and if you are sick, unfortunately, masks do not help. Masks only help that if you are currently sick, and they don't help if you are not sick. They don't prevent out the disease. They help in some ways effectively, but in other cases, they do not. And at the same time, gloves are always good to have, so always get yourself some rubber gloves if you're able to. And just share your resources, you guys. That's the number one thing too, is to also go ahead and share out your resources. I know a lot of people have gone a little bit crazy in regards towards this shopping, panicking, and the social distancing and everything like that. So, I mean, try and remain into contact with people, and if they do have those kind of resources, try and see if you can find a way that you guys could share out your resources and spread it all around and ration it as best as you can to your ability, because of the fact that we're going to have to get through this together. And it's not single-handed where one person has more than the other and let it be at that. No. Share what you can and share alike, and that's how we're going to get through this. Stay clean, stay safe, and hope you guys make through it. I hope I make through it too. Let's make through it together. I'm the Mac of the Gamer Realm. Thanks for watching.